What's up, guys, and welcome back to Overtakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Kel.
And we're here to do Thursday of Week 4, Stage 2 in the Overwatch League. Gonna give you a little preview. We had our picks on this. We split it up a little bit different this week. And then we'll come at you with Friday and Saturday later on.
Yep.
So let's get to it. Should we start with the obvious shit, or should we just go into the real stuff?
Well, I guess we have to. We kind of have to talk about it because we have been talking about it so much. But at the same time, I really don't want to talk about it that much. Just check out King Michael's newest video. He just posted it today.
Yeah.
Check it out, and he goes into detail of even more about why the Dallas Fuel is a dumpster fire. Because Effect, I guess, just went off on Korean Reddit. So check that out. See what's going on. It's kind of hilarious. And it's it's really different to see, because we don't get this with other sports. Just the straight real shit that he was saying.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty much a straight shooter anyway, Effect.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that's going to tell you like it is.
Exactly.
No matter how crazy he acts. And it's just, I think he's one of those guys he's like a winner. He's driven to win. And when other people are not performing the way they're supposed to, he's going to call them out. Mm-hmm. And, just watch King Michael's, video. It's great. He's good anyway. He does a lot of good stuff. He knows more of the in-depth stuff more than we do.
Yeah.
And, but
he cuts through the bullshit.
Yeah.
He doesn't,
and he's not afraid of saying what he means.
Yeah. And he's not afraid to say that a team is bad that is bad. And calling out, he's been calling out the Dallas Fuel since the very beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Unlike we were, because we picked them, but, I think we learned from that mistake real quick. Yeah. And we're right on that bandwagon of hating. Yeah,
well, we took the cheese. If you think about it, you see all these guys on paper, and then, we took it again when they got AKM in there and they got Rascal in there. We're like, okay, maybe they're fixing this. And then Dopey got suspended again and, all that shit. And it's just a dumpster fire.
It really is. And even more so than we even thought. They might be, they're like,
they're making the Bengals look like a fucking well-run organization.
Yeah. That's impressive as hell.
Yeah. And I don't mean bad from making bad decisions player-wise. I just mean top to bottom. Some people don't seem like they give a shit. People are cracking off. Some people are getting suspended and slacking and doing whatever they're doing. Other people are trying but failing. Mm-hmm. And they're bringing people in to put Band-Aids on stuff, and it's not working.
It just seems like from top to bottom they need a reset. Enough about that. Let's move on to our picks for the day, or our little preview. So the first match of today is going to be Shanghai Dragons versus New York Excelsior. I think we know how this is going to go.
Yeah, and
especially after that game last night.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to have some subs in after that one. Anyway, New York.
Yeah. So Pine, we'll definitely see some Pine tonight. I would imagine. I would be shocked if we don't see Pine.
They need to give their god a rest.
Yeah.
Even God took a rest in 7 days when he created the earth, so Sabiobi might need one.
Right.
Because I don't know if you guys watched that match last night, but holy shit, if you didn't, you did yourself a disservice.
Do yourself a favor and go right now, find the VODs, whether it's on wherever you watch your
Twitch
the matches that already
Overwatch
happened.
League or wherever.
Check it out, because it is an unbelievable match, and it's the definition. It's exactly what we've been looking for from this league. This is Overwatch played at the very highest level with the greatest of execution on both sides.
Yeah.
Just duking it out. It was such a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, that was, people say, there have been some good high level matches. This was the highest level by everyone. The mistakes were minute and they got exploited, and
just the tiniest little mistakes are what won the game, and that's what we're looking for. This was the fucking,
everyone had like a moment where they were popping off in the game. Ru Hong, Munchkin, Fleta,
Libero,
Sabiobi the whole game. Jonak had, did Jonak things. Arc was incredible. The tanks were on both sides were unbelievable.
Yeah, it was just the highest possible play that you could get from this game on both sides.
Yeah,
just going at it with each other. It was incredible.
We'll
just go ahead and watch it.
Yeah,
please.
We'll definitely go more into depth when we do our recaps next week.
Yeah,
because that's definitely going to be a featured game. But I mean,
that might be game of the season.
Yeah,
I mean, so far,
unless they meet again at the end.
right, exactly. I mean, this was, and this was probably a preview of a stage playoff game that we're going to get at this stage.
Yeah,
and most likely, at this point, probably the final.
Yeah, they'll definitely. I'm assuming they're going to meet somewhere in the final stage, in the grand final playoff thing.
Yeah,
but I mean, we really can't say anything about the actual match right now that we got going here with Shanghai, and you guys know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
the same thing that's been happening.
Yeah,
especially because New York is just that good that they won't even have to play their best people, and they'll still shred Shanghai.
Yeah, obviously we're both going to go New York on this.
Yes.
But, so
yeah, that's that game. Let's move on to Florida Mayhem versus the Los Angeles Valiant.
This could be either interesting or a shit show. Interesting in the fact that Florida, the way Florida played last week, they brought their A game. Not to use cliches or anything like that, but they look good, and the Valiant were up and down. I don't think they were expecting the Gladiators to be that good last week, and that's kind of why they got beat. But we'll probably see some Zappas today, I would assume. Today or they play Friday. We'll see him probably in a little bit.
Yeah.
I would imagine. But that being said, the Valiant...
But even still, with him not even playing yet, you can already see just a rejuvenated team. Florida just looks... They don't look... I mean, yeah, they always come in real goofy and all that, but just in general, they look more focused. And they feel like they have a chance now again.
Yeah.
Unlike the last time where it was like, oh well, we know we're not that great, so we're just gonna go in. We're gonna have fun with it. They don't seem to have that mentality as much anymore. They're just coming out and they just want to play, and they want to put up a fight, and I think that's a big breath of fresh air, and I think that's what they needed. So hopefully we do see some Zappas, because I really want to see what he does and what he brings to this team.
Yeah, so do I. Because they have they got some confidence, I think.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And and to be honest, they gave Houston a battle. Yeah. And they beat Dallas, which I don't even know if that counts anymore.
Right.
But that being said, the Valiant, it's really hard to go against them. And obviously, I'm a Mayhem fan.
Yeah, with how the Valiant have been playing, it's really hard to pick against them, especially with the track record that Florida has. So I'm definitely going to be picking the Valiant in this game.
Soon is the big factor in this one.
Yes.
Valiant are playing great all across the board, but the one guy that should scare the crap out of Florida is Soon.
Yeah.
Because the way Tracers have been playing against them this stage.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're not focusing them, they're not paying attention, or what's going on. It's just they're getting killed by teams with great Tracers.
Yeah.
Great Tracers.
They are, they're just going after Logix and just absolutely decimating him.
Yeah.
And that's not anything against Logix. They figured out his game. And they know how to stop him, because if they let him run rampant, then this is a totally different team, and they're actually a pretty scary team when Logix is on, and he has space to really wreak havoc. But when he doesn't, they're what they are.
Yeah, they are what they are. And the only thing I'll give Logix though is at the beginning of the season, it wasn't like he was going up against bottom tier Tracers. I mean, he had Sabiobi.
The schedule has not been kind to him at all.
No. I think he could do okay against Soon. I mean, if he played like he did last week, it'll even it out. I mean, in my opinion.
I feel like the real key for him, though, really is to go after their supports more.
Yeah.
And really be sneaky about it. Because, I mean, that's also really the best. I mean, that's the best way to take out any team. But especially the Valiant, they rely really heavily on their on their supports, even though their supports aren't the best. And they need to take advantage of that. If they want to win, that's what they're going to need to do. They need to get to those supports as fast as they can.
Yeah, because they don't have super Zen play.
Right.
By super Zen play, I mean the super offensive Zen. Unko's great.
But they don't have a Jonak or a Jae Hong.
And the other thing is their tanks are a little more aggressive than Florida's. That could get them into trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking the Valiant in this one reluctantly because I don't like picking against my team. But, sometimes you just got to be logical. I think it could be a good match. It's probably going to end up being 3-1, to be honest.
Yeah, that's about what I see. And I could see Florida actually taking the first map and then Los Angeles kind of taking the rest. But that's what that's going to be my estimate for it.
Yeah, so we both got the Valiant on that one. Now, let's move on to the final match of Thursday.
Probably the match of the day
for
Thursday. Or definitely the match of the day, because the other ones are kind of duds.
Now we got Houston and the Gladiators. Now we got teams going in kind of different directions here.
Yeah. Houston is in free fall right now.
Yeah. The only benefit they got right now is, in this match, they're not playing against a really, really good Tracer.
Yeah.
They're playing against a mediocre to above average Tracer in Asher, if they play Asher all the time on Tracer.
Right. And honestly, I feel like the Gladiators are almost better off not playing Tracer at times.
Yeah, at times, I feel that way too. And sometimes Houston isn't the same way as well.
Yeah.
Map pool, Houston gets a map pool that they're probably going to be better at.
Yeah.
They can run more Zarya, and they can run some Junkrat and stuff like that on these maps.
They got Li Jiang and Kings Row. Those are two maps that Houston plays really well.
Yeah. Especially in Control Center on Li Jiang, where they can run Spree on Zarya, and they can put Jake on the Junkrat. Same thing on Kings Row. They can run that triple tank with Jake playing Junkrat, and it works really well.
Yeah.
That being said, the Gladiators, they got their game together last week, man.
Yeah.
They're doing what Boston did last segment. They got firing on all cylinders. They got some cohesiveness. They got good communication. And most of it's because Fissure is a Winston god. Let's be honest. Well, we've said it a million times.
Oh yeah, and he's completely changed the face of this team, like we said a million times. But it still continues to blow me away how much of an impact he's had for this team.
Yeah,
and I think this is definitely going to be a battle of a game.
For sure,
it's hard to pick. But I'm leaning more towards the Gladiators just because of how well they've been playing, and they really, because they've always had the teamwork down.
Yeah.
That's been one of their big strengths, and when they added Fissure, he also he just fit right into that mode of working with your team as well as he did, and
yeah, he did.
And then they just flourished. So I feel like that's a really strong thing for them, and I think that is going to give them just the slightest edge over Houston in this, especially with Houston is just kind of in free fall right now.
Yeah. I think, but one thing I am going to say, and I'm torn on this one, I'll probably make a snap decision. One thing I'm going to say about Houston is the map pool definitely favors their style of play, but Los Angeles is adaptable to that style of play. That's the hard thing for me on this one. I want Houston to be good because I like their style of play. The thing, I'm going to go with Houston in this. I'm gonna go Houston.
Okay.
Reluctantly, because I really couldn't decide on either team. It was kind of like a coin flip in my head because Gladiators look really good. Houston's kind of on a down tick. I'm gonna go with Houston getting their act back together in this. I just like the maps for them. Kings Row is great for them. They do decent on Volskaya, and then I think it's definitely going to go 4. Map 4 is going to matter, and possibly 5.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. That's for sure for me as well. Even with picking the Gladiators, I think it's going to be map 4 really matters, and there's a very high chance that this goes to 5.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a sweep job in this one.
Yeah, I would be absolutely shocked if either of these teams just runs away with this game.
If the Gladiators run away with this, I'm going to have to change my thinking on the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Because they're capable, but I don't think Houston's...
Honestly, either way, I would be, because just the way that Houston has been going, Yeah, like I would be absolutely blown away if either of these teams just runs rampant over the other.
Yeah.
I don't see it though. I don't feel like it's going to happen.
No, I think Houston does need to stay. Houston can't go down 0-2.
No.
Going into Kings Row. They have to be even up to going into Kings Row. Because Kings Row is one of their best maps with the way they run their comps.
Yeah.
If they have to go into Gibraltar, if they go into Gibraltar, which they run okay, I'm still going Houston.
Yeah.
I almost changed my mind again because I'm indecisive in this goddamn game. But I'm going to take Houston. I'm going to go with, I'll go with them. You got the Gladiators.
Yep.
And, so that's going to wrap it up for Thursday.
Yeah, that's it for Thursday. Give us a like, subscribe, check out that King Michael video that we were talking about.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Check us out on Twitter, all that good stuff. You guys know the deal at this point.
You know the drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe. Definitely talk to us down on the bottom.
Yes.
And we'll see you on Friday.
See you guys on the next one. Later.